Good morning, friends. Don't mind the weird angle or all the extra messiness. Trying it from a different angle to hopefully maybe let you see better what I'm doing today, because it's going to be really hard to see otherwise. So, trying to get my computer ready here, which is not working, which is probably just me, honestly. I just sit here and press buttons till something works, or till I have to call Courtney in. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's my old page. Don't want that one. Okay, I saw a red live button. All right, so hopefully you can see we're working with a Breadbox. I have painted it in Tailwind, is this pretty robin's egg blue kind of looking color we've got. And then I'm kind of gonna finish, I've painted this white on top here. But I feel like at the last second I've decided it needs a second coat. We're gonna decoupage, so it's probably not a big deal, but I just decided, yeah, I feel like I want a little better coverage. You know what, honestly, it's not gonna show through that paper. That's such good thick paper, plus it's a darker paper, so probably not going to show anyway, but yeah, we're going to do a little bit since I got it out. But yeah, this paper is, or this paint is plenty thick, so I did water it down. So we'll just touch it up a little bit. Try to give people a chance to come in anyway. While I finish this up a little bit. And I'll show you the paper I'm going to use here in a second. And this still won't be a perfect coverage or anything, because I did water it down quite a bit, but it's looking pretty good. I just thought I should do it a little bit better, but then of course, after I got that on here, I realized, you know, this paper is pretty well saturated with ink and design, and it's not gonna, probably wouldn't matter anyway, but, all right, how do I lose my spray bottle so quickly? And this is a really bright white. This is Daydream Apothecary's Ground Control. Because we almost always want a bright or pale color underneath our decoupage designs so that they can pop. Which I'm finding with my new designs and the paper that depends on what's on there, but a lot of times these are so much color, so much design, business going on that it doesn't, it's not quite as important as some of them, or some of the rice papers even, because these are just a little thicker and not as see-through. Okay. And then of course we're gonna have to dry it, but like I said, Tailwind is the main color that I have on the Breadbox, but, and of course, I don't know how this is gonna work out. We're going to try it and find out. I'm planning on decoupaging all the way up to the top. Oh, and I haven't even looked to see how the internet is doing today. The last 2 times our internet was not cooperating. So Courtney hasn't came in to tell me otherwise yet. So I probably shouldn't have even said anything, but okay, let's dry it. Let's see if anybody's here. Keep forgetting I don't have a touch screen computer. Hey, Lori, thank you. Hey, Lisa. Okay. this dry. How is everybody on this fine Monday? I'm dreading going around those, and as I see now, I should have gotten up and painted around those better, but oh well. Let's see how it goes. That'll be the true test to see if I need to paint around there more, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, and we're going to do a barn. And this is the paper I have chosen to use. Can you see that, hopefully? That barn paper there. And let's see how I'm going to lay this out exactly. I think we're going to go something like that. I think we'll cut off the excess from the bottom. I think I want to keep as much sky. I don't want to cut the trees off. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to do. Well, I think I'm actually going to start at the top. Happy Monday to you, Linda. Hello, Angela. Hello, Kimberly. Hey, Diane. See some of my friends. Okay, let me cover up this paint. Get it out of the way. All right, I'm going to use some of Pentart's Decoupage varnish and glue for my decoupage medium. And I'm going to jump in. Kind of nervous because, not for the decoupage part, but for the blending part once we get it all on here. That's what's going to make me nervous. Because I never know how that's going to go. That's always a crapshoot with me. Just never know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. I do not consider myself a blender, I guess, but we seem to get it done somehow. And I didn't pick out any paints for doing it with. I have Tailwind out, which is the main color on the rest of the I want to say mailbox, Breadbox. Okay, do I have enough on here? Started at the top. I hope that's not crooked. Quite possibly was. Okay. And I like to use my little squeegee. This is tissue paper. It's a little thicker than your average tissue paper. And this has felt on one end, but you don't want to get glue on it, because then you're going to kind of ruin it. Or if you get glue on it, you got to get it cleaned up right away. Otherwise, it's going to dry hard and be really rough, and then, yeah, never going to be soft again. But you can use the other end too. I have used that on the ones that I've ruined before. So dreading going around this. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do this yet. I think it's best if we try to keep any and all decoupage medium off the hinges so it won't stick. So good luck with that, huh? Blending is always tricky. Oh gosh, I hope I got it. Right now, I'm also starting to, yeah, worry about going around these hinges. Baby steps. We'll get there eventually, right? Okay. I think what I want to do now is cut this off so I'm not fighting that everywhere and that has a chance to lay down. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush dipped in water. I would like to sand that, but I can't really get my sander in there. And it's going to be hard to even saturate this because it is so well saturated with ink. But we're going to try. It's easier to hit it from the other side that doesn't have the ink on it, but let's see if we can get it. How to do it without ripping it and losing too much design. This would be one of those that would be great to do on my own, pre-recorded, and then come back like, oh, that was so easy. But I never do that. I always tell you where I struggled. I always leave the hard parts in. I'm gonna try wetting that just a little bit more to make it a little more easy to tear where I want. Okay, and luckily where it's cutting off is not affecting the barn really, so thank goodness for that. Otherwise that would get kind of hairy, I think. I mean, even where it's at here, I'll just have to fudge in with some paint. And that's, I say that like it's no big deal, but who am I kidding? That's gonna be a pain. Okay. Back to getting this to lay down and try to figure out where those hinges are. Score it a little bit with my fingers. Might make it easier to cut out. Might be easier to cut out with it dry. We'll try that this time. And I will most likely come back over these hinges with a wax when I get done. Possibly some aged brass is one of my faves. I gotta leave that little corner there. I was about to take it off. Sorry if my big old hands are blocking anything for you. I don't have dainty hands. I might just have to take that piece off and glue it back on. Let's put that to the side and then see if we can get this piece off. What on earth made me decide to do this live? Good grief. This is gonna be, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not detailed, but Yeah, something like that. Pain in the butt. I thought, oh, let's just decoupage this real quick. A little blending around the edges. Nah, it's going to be a little more involved than that. But you are catching it live right now. If you're watching this on Monday morning around 11:30, I don't even know what time it is, Central Time. But if you're catching the replay, you have the option to fast forward. So, lucky you if you're catching the replay. Hello, Patricia. You're on the nerves for the hinges. Yes to aged brass. I was thinking you liked that one too, Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly, I've been thinking about you lately too. Girl, you got it together. It's just not fair. You're such a planner. I'm so envious. Listening to you on the last retailer call, it's like, oh man, I want to get to that point. I'm striving to get to that point. I'm so far beyond that point, it's not even real, but I want to get back to that, or try to start that would probably be more accurate. The planning and just what you said on that last call has really stuck with me, so I want you to know that. If you remember what you were saying about planning and what you order and, you know, doing the lives on that stuff. So that really stuck with me. So I got a long way to go to get there, but so here we are. I don't know if I'm even in. Oh shoot, you know what? I can't even see what you guys are seeing here. But if I look at what I'm showing you, then I can't see the comments. So I guess I better stay with looking at this. Yeah, good Roma. I think we have a lot to learn from you, Kimberly. I know I do anyway. That is for sure. You just make so much sense. Which I legit do have ADHD. I know you can't tell, right? I know you so can tell, but anyway. That's neither here nor there, but it does affect me. It does affect my work, but yeah, anyway, it's just one more thing that makes it a little more difficult some days, but more difficult to plan and stick to a plan, and you know, makes them squirrels harder to chase. But, you know, it is what it is. We've all got our struggles. We've all got something. And I won't do the wax. Will probably be about the last thing I do on here, because once upon a time, the rule was wax is always last. I think it depends on the wax these days, because there are some water-based waxes now, but I still kind of tend to stick to that, doing the waxes last. I got a little more space around there than I wanted, but we'll fudge that in with some paint or wax, either one. I'm just going to use my finger to put a little decoupage medium there. Put that piece back on. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and sand off that excess. I'm going to try to do it without having to dry it first. We'll see how much I tear it doing it that way. I'll be gentle. I was going to say, I am never going to do a bread box because this is way too tedious, was the word I was looking for earlier. Tedious, yes. But we sanded away from the project, so that worked. Okay. Okay, and I've lost the comments, so let me see here. I think we all do. Hello, Lois. 10 projects going right this second. Oh my gosh, if you could see the mess around me right now, it is, well, you can probably see enough, but Can you apply transfers over SFO? Random question. Aye. I mean, maybe once it's fully cured and really, really dry. Probably. I mean, if it's fully dry and fully cured, I mean, trying to think if I've ever done it. I honestly couldn't tell you at this point. I haven't used SFO for a while. I haven't done furniture in so long. I miss it. But I need to do one before Christmas, but I don't know how that's going to happen, but I need to do one for my son's girlfriend. Actually, I need to do a barn on a dresser for her, which I don't have the paper here yet either. It's one of my new designs coming out, so I don't even know if it'll be here by the end of the week, but I still need to get that dresser in here and get it prepped and ready for whenever it does come in. Okay, so I'm just going to seal that on now. And then make sure my strokes are all going the same way. Okay. That was exhausting. All right, let's go to the next. And I apologize if I've missed any comments. I'll have to try to catch up with them later. Let's move on to this haberdashery here. I don't even know what that word means. It might not have been appropriate. If not, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to move that up in case I need the excess for anything. Just a little higher than I think I need it. Okay, let's start trying to nail this one on. Again, I'm going to try not to get it on the hardware. And this Breadbox is just like a mini piece of furniture. I did not do much in way of prep on it. I did sand it everywhere, I think. I honestly don't remember now. I mean, I've had this painted and ready for us to play with for a couple weeks, so I honestly don't remember what I did with it. I feel like it was pretty dried out and like ready to go already, so I can't remember if I needed to sand it or not. So I guess that tells you a whole lot of nothing. Other than cleaning it up, I don't remember now. I was thinking that I had shellacked this, just a little spray shellac to keep it from, you know, having any wood tannins bleeding through. But I don't remember, so that doesn't help you at all. But I hope when I bring Katie's dresser in that I hope I can, if nothing else, at least do some pre-recorded on the prep and decoupaging on the barn. And I'm calling that paper Katie's barn because she just happened to be in here one day. And because I'd asked her, tried to get ahead of the game, ask what they wanted for Christmas. And she said, well, I hate to ask because that's too much for Christmas if you did a dresser. I'm like, that's perfectly fine. I'm just happy to know what you would want. So she happened to see a barn in my papers that I had been designing that I wasn't even planning on using. And she really liked that one. I'm like, well, hold on, I'm not done designing. So I showed her a few other ones and she still wanted that one. So when you see one called Katie's Barn, just know that's one I was not gonna release. So anywho, so that one will be in a bigger 24 by 24 to go on the dresser. So we'll at least do one release with it in that size. But it's a more springtime looking barn. Fingers crossed it gets here by the end of the week. We'll see if anybody's still stealing my papers or not. Okay. All right. Again, trying to score it with my finger as much as I can, just to see that outline, to know where to try to cut. Trying to not cut too much off so that I don't have so much to, you know, have to fudge around with the paint. Or blend, I guess, is probably the better word to say. Probably have to cut this little piece off too, like I did on the upper part. Okay. And I don't care if I get it off a piece at a time. I'd rather take it off a piece at a time than take too much. Okay. Good thing Verla's not here. She'd be holding her breath for me. Verla left Facebook, if anybody remembers Verla, so she catches me on YouTube now, though. Okay. Looks like you know what? I'm gonna cut that off before I put that down in there, because once I get that down in there, I'm not gonna be able to get it back out. Hope I didn't take too much off, but I know I'm gonna have a lot of blending to do. Sorry, this is really gonna be way longer video than I anticipated, because I didn't realize how tedious it was gonna be. What was I thinking? Yep, definitely cut off more than I wanted to, but we'll work with it. Okay, let's get this little monster over here too. I don't think you guys are saying anything now, probably because you know I'm deep in concentration. Oh, what size paper? It's a 12 by 12. Oh, I have missed some comments. Your niece got too many Highlands? Oh my gosh. I would love to see pictures. You know what? You know, we probably won't ever get any. I mean, what am I going to do with them, honestly, other than love them and play with them? But I don't really have time, but I keep thinking I'm going to slow down and not work all the time. And I finally figured out that I am the problem for working all the time. It's just how I'm wired, how I'm made. It's nobody's fault but my own, really. I could leave the questions waiting longer than I do. But, yeah, I don't know. I've had some epiphanies lately. Something's got to change, so yeah. If I hold true to what I'm considering, then maybe I could get a Highland, but I doubt it. Because my dogs don't get enough love as it is, so why would I get another pet? Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. But I would love to see a picture of them. I think they're just the cutest things. We went to a birthday party yesterday, and there was 5 dogs there. It's like, I was in heaven. It's like, I don't care about you people. Just let me see all the dogs. They were all so dang sweet. And none of them fought with each other. There was no growling, no barking, no nothing. They just played with each other and had a blast. My dogs are not like that, unfortunately. They don't like each other that much. But anyway, that really sounded rude that I don't care about you people. I do care about the people, but give me a corner and a couple dogs and I'm in heaven. But I can be socially awkward too. But man, you guys are really getting a lot of TMI today. Mainly because I can't look up and converse because I'm too busy being tedious here. But hopefully it goes faster now. Everybody is going nuts. I bet. They started breeding them. Oh, wow. Hello, Rebecca. Yeah, that would be a venture. That would be something for Courtney to do. Of course, she'd need Dad to help, but because, you know, he is, you know, the cattleman, but her dad and her brother. Oh, you bet they start breeding them. I gotcha. Okay. I don't think I have glue all up under there. Okay, my gosh, I hope we're over the worst of it. Which I thought the blending would be the worst, which could still be quite the nightmare, but woof, after all that, man. But, you know, if you want to see how I do it, there you saw it. It ain't pretty. And, you know, if you got better ideas on how to do that, hit me. I guess you could put a wax on top of the hinges so it wouldn't stick, but I'm just trying to think of other ways you could have done that to make it less painful, but, you know, not doing it live would be less painful, but I'm just trying to think how, you know, you guys could do it and be easier. Just trying to make sure I get plenty on here. We always want to make sure we get it all covered, because if you have a spot that is not covered, you're going to have, it's not going to stick. And you're going to have an air bubble. And then you're probably going to have to come back later and cut a slit and put some extra glue in there. Not fun, but it's doable. Try not to touch the excess glue, which I think I got a little on the tip, but if I clean it off with my, with a cleaning wipe real quick, hopefully I'll be okay. You don't want to press too hard and rip it. I have done that before too. I think usually more with my finger once it gets saturated after a while, but I know it probably looks like I'm pressing pretty hard. I mean, I'm not super easy on it, but I'm not real hard either. And I probably should have done a smaller section at a time, but honestly, I'm over it at this point. I'm aggravated at the hinges and how long that took and how long I'm dragging this out, so... And I do have some wrinkles in there I'm not happy about. But that's from me, you know, getting impatient. Don't get impatient like me. Will it be the end of the world? No. A lot of people just expect, what do we call it? Character when they decoupage. Which I also think we could probably take a little bit of dry brushing and white over this and accentuate the wrinkles if we wanted to. If they stick around and we wanted to try to disguise them at all, which would be accentuating them, which would make it look a little more snowy maybe. I can see some excess decoupage medium I'm squeegeeing out there. Thank you, Kimberly. Well, hello, Beth. May I just take the door and hinges off mine? Oh, well, yeah, you know what, Patricia? That would have been a good idea. Take it off, take the hinges off, put the hinges back on later. That probably would have been a great idea. But, you know, I tend to like to take the long way around because I don't think it through. That probably would have been a really good idea. Didn't think of that. Of course, I probably would have lost the screws and or the hinge itself in the process, but that's just how I roll. And I try to put it in a baggie, and I try to put the name on it of what it went to. Sometimes I succeed. Most of the time I fail. Okay, let's try to turn it a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay. I didn't want to go all the way out to the edges with my squeegee because I didn't want to get glue on it. I think it's starting to dry before I got to the edge, so. All right, now I'm gonna seal it all over this side now. How's it going, Beth? Haven't seen you in a while. Gotta get into that side too. Okay. Always the long way home. Mine has a peekaboo drawer under the box. Oh, cute. Oh, yeah, could be a pain, but sounds really cute. I'm gonna go that way, make sure I get it all covered that way too. And then go back the other way. Make sure my brush strokes all go the same way. I hope to heck I got my decoupage medium under everywhere. Okay, I want to find a wet cleaning wipe and clean off my hardware before I dry it, just to get any of that medium off of there. Okay, let's dry it. And I should probably start gathering some paint colors that I might want, like a green. Don't know if I'll even need that, but I got white. Always gotta keep that heat gun moving or I will bubble it. I won't get it too close. Okay, there's Tailwind. What else am I gonna need? Those three colors might be enough. Do I have any tan? Candy, there it is. see, I should have came further out with my squeegee because I can see I've got excess. I don't think I can do anything about it now. I've got excess decoupage medium underneath there now, and I don't think I can really squeegee that now. I am squeegeeing out with my finger, but afraid I'm going to rip the paper, but yeah, I better just leave it. Okay, next time I'll just go ahead and keep going with it and clean off the glue instead of worrying about not. There, I just made it bubble up with the heat. Okay, let's worry about the blending now. That's still tacky. Very tacky. Okay. I would like a paper towel, or a paper plate, but I don't see one handy. So let's put some of these colors out here and hope that they are what I want or what I need. So I'm gonna use some manzanilla. These are all Daydream colors. I don't think I'll need much of that at all, as dark as that is. And there is some Tailwind, which, like I said, is the main color on the Breadbox, which I'm probably gonna need a second coat of. Yeah, I'm just knocking stuff off everywhere. I've still got all the stuff out from doing all my little vintage alphabet thingamajiggers. Some white. And who knows how much I'm gonna need. Let's get some of that tan going. I got it out. What'd I do with it though? Spilling it everywhere. I got it out. I shook it up and put it where? Well, I'm good. Went to California to help my mom and dad on August. Kept extending. Got back on November 6th. Wow. Oh my gosh, Beth, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you had that time with them. That was definitely meant to be, I would say. Oh, I'm so sorry. It just gave me goosebumps. Oh, it's right here. Alphabet blocks are crazy priced lately. Oh, really? And the blue is Tailwind. Hey, boo, hey. Losing a parent is hard. We have only lost Greg's dad so far, but, and that's been, oh gosh, what, 10 years ago now. So yeah, that's, I know what you're talking about. I shouldn't say only lost, but of our 4, yeah, we've lost one so far. Just sanding off my excess here so I can procrastinate a little bit longer because I'm scared. I have not looked at alphabet blocks lately or seen any in my few comings and goings that when I go anywhere. I say eBay is probably the latest, well, I haven't even looked there. That's probably the biggest place I've got any. Other than I've picked up some on a, a pick or Yeah, and I haven't picked up any because I haven't been on a pick in a long time. So yeah, anything I've got's been left over for quite a while. Okay, let's start trying to do something with this. I think, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I usually kind of like some round brushes for this. Sorry, I've got this tailwind spilled here, or dribbled. And I think, I don't know, I think I'm gonna start with some green. I usually kind of like to start with the darkest color and then come back over it. You know, if it is too dark, it's, you know, we can get it covered back up. But, you know, many layers, it seems, make the most pretty things. All right. I don't know. Ugh, that looks like it needs to have light, though, down here. I don't know if I even need any dark, but I'm just going to start and see what happens. Because I just honestly don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, this looks dark down here. We'll go ahead with some of it. And I'm going to try to get down in that crackage a little bit. That's getting lighter down there, though. Okay. This is manzanilla. I think I'm going to get a small brush and try to get down in that crack there. Just to try to get that kind of blended. At least not be white. Better look at it from that angle too. I don't know if this brush is small enough to try to get around. These hinges. Not really. I might need some black yet to go in there. Okay, I gotta see if I can find a smaller brush yet to try to get up around the, okay, that's, yeah. Oh dear Lord, I should probably put glasses on for this. I'm probably thinking it looks okay and it probably doesn't just because I can't really see it. Yep, that would be correct. And this is still a kind of forest green called Manzanilla from Daydream Apothecary. Sorry, I'm really intense trying to get up in there. Thank goodness my guys aren't home for lunch today. We would have had to make this a two-parter for sure. Okay, finally got that one gone around. I need to start wearing my reading glasses for this. Yes, me too. I've found it to be a necessity. Yeah, I started thinking, oh, that looks pretty good. And I put my glasses on, I'm like, no, it don't. It don't at all. I mean, hopefully what you guys seeing at home doesn't look quite as bad as it does in person, but I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah. I definitely need to wear the glasses. Yeah, and they wanted to give me prescription readers. I'm like, no, thank you. And not give them to me. Yeah, they wanted me to pay for them. I'm like, you can just tell me what my prescription is. I can pick those up anywhere. I mean, I already have a slew of them hanging around the house. And I still don't remember what they told me my prescription is. Oh, which, by the way, I'm supposed to call and have them fax my, thing to the doctor appointment to prove that I've been to the eye doctor. Just one more thing. I want to say, here's the number, you call them. Of course, like I'm sure there's HIPAA. You gotta do that for them. They can't do that. Okay. This is tedious. All right. I think I'm going to try maybe a smidge of black in there, if I can find the black. Which is usually sitting right there. Yikes, I don't see it though. Oh, it is right there. Howdy, Sharita. Had a med availability issue with Noah last week. Had to switch him to a new one. He's having headaches as a result. Oh no. Just a process. Will be ugly before the beauty comes through. Well, let's hope some beauty comes through. Let's hope. Good luck, Sarah. Med available. That's not good. Yeah, I've had those too. We've had a lot of rotten luck with insurance this year. Med availability and generics not working, and yeah, let's just not get me started. So I'm coming in with a little bit of black here, trying to pounce that into blend in with these trees. Sorry if you can hear my dorky dog in there making noises. She thinks it's lunchtime. She thinks I should be stopping everything and going in there and feeding her, I think. I mean, she's not wrong. It is about lunchtime, but I assume it's got to be around that time. But you have to wait still. It's kind of cute. You like it when they talk and then will you stop? At least not when I'm, you know, on a live or any other time when I'm busy and you're annoying me. But I love her. I'll probably come back with either some white and or green to tone down this black, but I think we're heading the right way. Yeah, I've just got too much on my brush right now, though. I'm just getting in a hurry. I get it on the brush and then I wipe most of it off so that, you know, hopefully I have control, but then I get impatient and I come back with too much on my brush. Just trying to hurry through this. I can't say that I wouldn't mind a different brush, but I don't know that I have anything that would do me any better. If I had a tiny round one, which I guess is kind of what this is, but that isn't quite what I want either. But I don't have a whole plethora of fine detail brushes because I am not a fine detail artist. So we're working with what I got. I am no Bob Ross. Okay. Oh, an injection in your eye? Yikes. I think I'll stay right here. Thank you, though. That sounds horrific. I went with my friend one time to get a sty removed. I had to take her to get that done. And I mean, she just had to have a shot before they cut it off, I guess. And I was like, ugh. I didn't even watch well, I saw enough, but I don't think I watched the whole thing of just the, yeah, no. It's not for me to even watch it, let alone I can't, I mean, you gotta do it, but yeah. No thanks. Sorry about your luck. That sounds god awful. Okay, I'm sitting down, so this is really probably not going to be a good look, but back is not happy about bending over this and standing. Okay, I think I'm going to try a little bit of, well, I got to see if I can find another small brush to do a little bit of white in there. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, a tasty way to do it or not, but we're going to try it. I think if we go really, really lightly, we could still come back with some green, or maybe we won't need to if I take it easy. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, I'm going to have to bring my computer back up. Or I'm just going to have to add this white all over to make it match. That's not the end of the world. And then I won't add any green. We'll call that okay-ish. At least for the tree part, and then we'll go work on the sky. Oh, got a little bit on my hinge. Get that off of there. I think I did do some sanding on here. It looks like my hinges, looks like I did sand them. See, I don't know how to work my iPad here. Okay, Kelly's late. She'll be watching the replay. Oh, thanks. It's been a mess here, but had to make it where your husband couldn't go with me cringing, and where they're sticking me made my eye cringe. Ugh, yeah. That is cringeworthy for sure. Ugh. I'm getting a visual. I was just about to say I can't figure out how to find new comments on here, but I see a few, but I still feel like I've probably might have missed some, but maybe not. But as long as this is taken, I really hate to waste y'all's time with me trying to dig around and figure it out. So. Okay, I think our trees look okay. I'm okay with that, where we blended there. I could have, really do need a little more green there because I didn't get all that white covered up the first time. But, okay, other than that, okay, let's get back to the rest of that. Let's maybe try a little bit of the, I think we're going to need a darker blue than the tailwind was. But I don't think we're going to have any blue that's going to match that perfectly, though. Okay. Actually, we're just going to try to go with the tailwind because me trying to reach around, I'm just going to get in the way of the camera. We might even mix some of this blue and green together here on the side. That might get us pretty close to that blue because there is blue and green in there together. And I might be dreaming, but okay, see if we can get enough of it off to be more of a light touch. Definitely go on into the paper so that it's not, that looks way too green. So you can't hopefully notice so much where the where it stops and started. Actually, if I was smart, I would go ahead and do this on the other side now too, just so that it matches. It's nice when we don't have to match two sides, but when we do have to do two sides, it's nice to do the same thing to both sides. Oops, I don't want to get into those trees. Okay. If I get into the Breadbox too much, and I know I will come back with the tailwind when I do the second coat anyway and fix anything that I don't like. Okay, I definitely want more blue in that. That is definitely too green. Let's try to just do some straight tailwind on it. Let's dry it though first because I'm probably just smearing it now. Thank you, Kimberly. I was blending and like it was already there. Oh, thanks. Okay. Yeah, there comes a point when you keep it all wet that it's just gonna keep smearing around and blending in a way that I don't want. I want to do more of a layering, I think. And I may have to lighten this up to make me happy yet. This is just not a quick process for me, at least. I like this, but it does not scream sky to me, so we need to be coming down these sides too yet. I'm thinking this brush might just be a little too soft too. I like it, but it's too soft for what I'm doing. It's not giving me a texture that I need. Okay. I'm gonna switch to something a little rougher maybe. I think I'm gonna add some white to some of this tailwind. See if we can get a lighter blue. That's still in this muted blue color. And I'm gonna dry it a little. So now we'll have another variance in colors too. That almost looks, it's so much lighter. I mean, not that much, but it almost looks like a white on there at this point, but it'll probably dry and not look quite that white or light. Okay, I kind of like that. Now, yeah, now we got to move on down and try to figure out this side. I think I'm going to go, what am I going to do? I think we're going to go with this light green that we mixed earlier for now as our background color. And then add to it. Hey, Jane. Like I said, I will fix the what I touch on here later when I put the second coat of the tailwind on there. I'm going to leave a little bit of that white poking through there, I think. Something there. Okay. Hi, Stell. No. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. Okay, now how to finish this off. I think we're gonna try some of the brown, and I just pretty much keep using the same brush at some point here. Ooh, let's dry it a little bit. Okay, let's see what happens. Again, really not sure what I'm doing here. Well, I guess, I hate to jinx it now, we're this far in, but it seems like the internet has held out today. Because I was going to say, if it did not pulled up today. I was gonna have to call our internet dude and say, hey, the last 3 times I've tried to go live, it has not been successful. And what is going on? Does anybody use Starlink? Because we really want, you know, fiber, but it's, last time we talked to somebody, it was 5 years away. That's been about a year ago. So we're still looking about 4 years away. It's getting closer. But yeah, we're in the boonies, so we just keep waiting. But yeah, we've thought about Starlink, but you know, kind of holding out for fiber. Okay. I might put just a little dab of black in here and then go to white. Just a little sprinkling of black again. Okay. I just talked myself into it, so. Just the tiniest bit, hopefully. Just to kind of give it that like shadow down below. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm making this crap up as I go. Sounded good though, right? Happy little trees. Okay. And I'm going to get a clean one though for the white, because there's no way we're going to be able to get a true white after doing all that black. Some of the other presenters I watch also have been having lots of trouble, so it's not just yours. You mean you watch somebody else? I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm just messing with you. Well, that's good to know, though. And somebody did tell me that last time, too. But, you know, I have so much trouble with my internet. Sometimes. Not all the time. But, you know, I've had enough trouble over the years that I just always go to, it's got to be me. So it is nice to know it is not just me sometimes. It is tedious. It's so calming and rewarding. Yeah, it would be calming if I was doing it by myself, maybe. But, you know, when people are watching and expecting it to turn out, it's not quite so calming. But I know you know what I'm saying. Because, yeah, you guys should follow Kimberly. She doesn't have her... What's your page? Sweet Kate's? I want to say Sweet Kate's Faves, but if it's not, don't kill me. Put your page in here, Kimberly. Kimberly... does lives also. Since I hear you guys watch people other than me, you know, I'm totally messing with you. She is a fellow Redesign with Prima retailers, how we know each other. So yeah, totally drop your link in here. I know they get tired of watching me, especially on something that takes this dang long. So we totally changed the shape of that tree. It's no longer a tree. I believe it's something more like a shrub now. And I'm just going to continue doing a little dabbing of this snow-like look. That's what we're going to call it. I don't know if I love that or not, but it's okay. White up there. There, Kimberly put her link in there. If you guys want somebody else to follow. She does awesome work. And she does more than redesign with Prima too. I think we all kind of, you know, every creator does, you know, their own thing, does their own, sells their different products. Might have some in common and then some totally different ones. So I know she's definitely got some that I don't. I want to say she sells a different paint line that might be, it's escaping my mind right now. I can't think what it is. Go ahead and tell him, Kimberly, because it's not going to come to my mind. Because I sell Fusion and Daydream Apothecary. Oh, it was Sweet Kate Face. So I did get it pretty close. They can see me struggle. Wise Owl, that's what it was. I knew it, but I could not come up with it. I swear I'm going to go to a doctor and try to figure out why I can't find all my words. So I'm going to go to the hormone doctor and see if that's the problem. Otherwise, it's probably just, you know, overwhelmed, too much crap going on all the time. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing, I think, to this. I just put a bunch of white paint on here, and I just took a bunch off. So we're just essentially going to dry brush this a little bit and accentuate and see if this does anything to those wrinkles, which, of course, they don't look like much now. There, they're kind of coming out. You can see the little wrinkles I had on there. I think that kind of, you know, if you're worried about it, just accentuate them. At least on a snowy scene, that's going to work. If it was, you know, something else, you could accentuate it with a brown, like glaze or something. Make it look more antique-y. Make it look more meant to be. I don't normally have wrinkles like this, but obviously I was fighting it today with the, sorry, I got some blue in my white, so I hate to put it on there, but you know, it might be cute. We'll see. I might have got the blue out of it, but I did a whole workshop one time on accentuating the wrinkles. But you don't want much on there. You just barely want to, and I'm just doing it on the barn because everything else we've got, you know, blended pretty well. But there, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's kind of cool looking. And it would have been fine if you'd have left it alone too, but just another option I thought I'd share. I think I'm going to stop there with it. We'll go ahead and add some aged brass on there. I swear I sound like I'm breathing heavy. Okay, some aged brass. See if we can dress them up a little bit. Oh, I think my guys are home. Y'all give us such a variety of techniques that help us along our journey. We sure try. Okay, this will hopefully just kind of spruce it up a little. Make it look a little cleaner. And this is actually just a makeup spongy brushy thing. Ooh, I don't know if I'm loving, yeah, it's looking better. I've actually got some really pretty gold paints and stuff too that might even do better than that, but this is fine. I've put way too much time and energy into this piece already, so I think it's good enough. But yeah, we have a lot. And you could even, let's see, I gotta think, do I gotta seal this yet? Yeah, I do need to seal this yet, so I will probably seal this with some Daydream Apothecary, which I still got to finish putting the second coat of the Tailwind on, which is that pretty blue color. And I got some wax off to the side there. And if you get some wax on there, you want to get that off right away because that will